Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Arizona Javy, bringing you actual productive housing data to help you make better decisions, not just trying to clickbait you or trying to just sell you a house. So today we're going to be looking at Santan Valley on the request of somebody on my previous video who left a comment asking for me to do Santan Valley, which, interestingly enough, for some reason the data report I use don't acknowledge it as a city. What's up with that? There's been like such massive growth there. You would think if I lived in Santan, I would be upset, to say the least. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Look, no Santan. What's going on with that? Heck, man. Let me show you guys. Average sales price. Go to the S's. What the heck? So, for lack of better data, I should say, we're going to be using 854, is it 85140? 85144 and 85143, as this determines Santan. If you want any other city, all you got to do is go to the comment section, let me know below, and we'll do it again. We'll do this every morning. So let's get to it, yeah? Today we're going to be going over what's going on with the active under contract close numbers, what's going on with the average price, and overall, what's my predictions of what the current housing market. We're going to be looking at supply, we're going to be looking at demand, we're going to be making some good calculated decisions here, okay? So first and foremost, let's see what's going on with the MLS. So like the current active under contract numbers. So let's remove this view. There's 494 houses currently for sale, which is a lot. I mean, I'd be surprised. Every time I drive down there, I'm always surprised how the massive growth that it's had. And Santan Valley, historically, at least for myself, was the destination where people in the East Valley wanted to not spend so much, but not be very far away. So they're like, I can't really afford Chandler, Gilbert, but I want a decent place. I want a nice place. I want someone that's built right. Let's go to Santan. I know it's going to be a little bit of a drive, but I can at least afford, I'd rather be living within my budget than buy something that I can't afford in Gilbert or Chandler. Well, that's changed a lot, especially since the pandemic days. Let's see if that still rings true. There's 494 houses currently for sale. Let's actually look at the active, not the coming soon. 464, correction. Been recovering from a cold here. Let's look at the under contract pending. Looks like we have 285. Ouch. Not exactly half, but pretty close. And now let's see that close number so we can see what's been going on. There's 30 to 60 days from basically. Let's do the last 31 days. And that's 189. So it looks like we have our common rising trend where 2 months ago, so basically closed numbers is a good indication of things that have closed for the last 31 days, meaning they went under contract 30 to 60 days beforehand. So in our pending numbers, our house is currently under contract, meaning that they've gone under contract in the last 30 days and they're set to close soon. And our active houses are houses that are currently on the market and for sale. Now, obviously not all the houses that are under contract end up closing, but majority of them, let's say even if there's a good success rate, that's still surprisingly much higher than the sold number. So it looks like there is some kind of increasing demand happening here. However, that supply being on the higher side is definitely concerning. Of course, we have to look at the historical numbers. We're not going to quite make a decision, but I mean, if I'm looking to buy in Santan and I'm looking at these numbers, I'm saying already, okay, it's definitely a market more in my favor as a buyer, meaning I'm not going to be offering list or above list. I'm going to be going aggressive on the offers. And I'm also curious to see how much of these are actual new builds as well, because I know there's a lot of growth happening out there. So let me look here. Let's go back to that, 464. Let's see out of all these, how much are new. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to click year built. I'm going to put 2024. 114. It's a big chunk of them. Let's get the actual number. 114 divided by 464. 24.5, so 25%. So a quarter of them are new listings, which I'm curious to see out of the under contract ones, how many are contract pending. 97 of them. 97 out of 2 out of 5. Bear with me. So 35%. Okay, so 25% of the listings are new builds. 35% of the houses under contract are new builds. Interesting. Not as concerning as it was like in Surprise, where like the majority of the new active inventory was, big chunk of them was new builds, and the minority of them were pending sales. So it looks like, yes, there's growth, but there's also pending numbers to back it up. So nothing too concerning. And also a lot of new builds don't really put the stuff on the MLS. So already I'm kind of seeing, okay, more, and definitely if there is a scale, more in favor of buyers. Now let's look at the historical data. Once again, we're going to be focusing on the zip codes of 85, what did I say it was? 85140. Let me just double check. 85140, 85144, and 85143. Okay. So let me do 85140. You're probably wondering, why didn't you click it beforehand? Because I have done that before. And if people that have been watching know that was a disaster, because then the system like unclicks them. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? So anyways, let's remove this. Let's do single family residence. Cool. Once again, no Santan there. I would be pissed. Anyways, $520,000 seems to be the active or the monthly average sales price. That's high. That is really high. Jeez. What's going on over there? What are you guys doing? What happened to cheap, affordable Santan? That's crazy. Curious to see how much of them are, like, what's the square footage on them? So, like, houses under 2,000 square feet. What is that? 429,000. Yeah, I mean, for being way out there, that seems very high to me. Let's see what's going on with the active and the pendings and all that stuff. So once again, let's go here and let's remove these zip codes. Let's do 140. 140, 143, 144. Okay. Let's go over 2020. Nice mid active growth. Pandemic hit. Inventory dropped. Inventory stayed low. 2021, 2022, just like every other city, massive spike of inventory because rates started spiking. 2023, we had a down and then up year. So this decrease of supply is what ultimately created this nice little boost back up. And now 2024, with the active inventory number, we're actually rising. Okay, let's look at the pending numbers. Let me do this because I know it's already going to kick me out. There you go. 85140, 143, 144. While I'm doing this, just so you guys know, if you guys are wanting a personalized market research like this, I'm always available. My number, my email is below. You can email me anytime. I'm willing, ready, and able to help you look for a home and do it the right way here in the Arizona area. So 2021, we had that demand sky high, but not as high. It's interesting. Not as high as other cities. Other cities, it's like under contract numbers 2021 up here, 2022 down here. This is really close to each other. Why? Interesting. Like the demand in 2021 should be way higher than it was in 2020. Like 2020 it started, it's supposed to be like, yeah, this is, hold on, the first time I'm seeing this is like kind of baffling. 2022 we did have that decrease to 194. 2023 we had that bounce back up over. There was as many houses selling in 2023 than there was in 2021 in Santan. What happened? You know what it was? To my live stream where only one viewer is watching currently. I'm used to, like, in my main channel, you know, Javier Vidania channel, where I talk about more national stuff, at least having like a few hundred people here. So it's always weird looking at the chat and just seeing zero. Anyways, it's what's happening was that resurgence of new builds, I think, in 2023 that created that. That is bizarre. So pending numbers dropped in 2023, in 2024 it bounced back, and we're What? We're at the numbers that we were at 2021? Oh my gosh. I haven't seen that in any city here. Just when I think I've seen it all in Phoenix. What is going on in Santan? Okay. Here's what I'm already this is what my brain's putting together. Active numbers are high. Surprisingly, active numbers are closer to the actual the tippy top of 2022, which remember created this right here. What was created here, the absolute peak was May, okay? And if you look at here, what week is May? May would be 5th month, so it'd be like week 20, okay? Right? 4, 5, yeah, week 20-ish, around there. So May was like going on here, okay? So May was the tip top, and then the increase happened, right? But if we look at under contract 2022 right here, so interesting, we are selling about the same number of houses we were when value started dropping sharply. We have much more inventory than we did when value started dropping sharply. Yet we've had a steady increase. Yeah, I know what's going on. Then if I'm looking at this data and I'm analyzing it correctly, I would be very concerned in Santan right now. Because we're closer to that top point. We're past the point where prices started dropping. Our demand isn't as nearly as strong as where it needs to be. Then again, we're about the same strength as it was in 2021. So let's just compare 2021. Okay. 2021, about a quarter of the way. So right here. We had this massive increase of value, right? From 2021, all 2022. So 2021, massive increase. What was happening that year? Inventory counts were super low. Demand was right here, okay? So that's what created massive value growth. The main difference between that, our demand is about the same. We're nearly identical here. The difference now is our inventory is way higher. Extremely much higher. So we have too much inventory in the market. Not enough people buying it. I don't know why we haven't seen that price decrease yet. I know why. I know exactly why. I think the only reason why you guys have had growth, thank you for the 1 like, by the way. The only reason why you guys have had growth is because these new builds giving out the right arm and leg for a house. Like they're giving you all kinds of incentives. They're giving you like, like, hey, we'll buy your rate down. We'll do this. We'll do that. That's the only reason you guys are propped up, because right now, if you look at the data, it makes no sense why you guys are going up in value. So my biggest takeaway, propped, is that how you spell it? That's my takeaway. If you live in Santan and you own your house in Santan, I would wake up every day and offer a lamb, a sacrifice to the new build gods, that they continue to give away as much incentives to home buyers as possible, because that's your only saving grace right now. That's the only reason why you guys haven't dropped in value. If that new build market wasn't there and it wasn't actively selling, you guys would be in dire, dire trouble. I'm shocked. I am flabbergasted. I am stunned, gagged. You call whatever you can think of, how you guys haven't had a massive drop. Holy crap. You guys are being held by a string that is the new build overlords. If you're buying in Santan right now, please make sure you're getting a good deal. Please make sure you're getting a lot of incentives. Please make sure you're getting really under list price. Because Over 400, over 500K in Santan doesn't quite make sense when you can get something similar in Queen Creek or Gilbert. Well, then again, you know, that you need like over 500K there. So the two things that you guys are relying on is the new builds to continue to give very generous, you know, things. So if they start taking those away and new build sales starts dropping, then I would be concerned. Also, if Gilbert, Chandler, Queen Creek stay strong and they stay above 500, 600K, and you guys continue to be the more affordable option, then I can see you guys being okay too. But holy crap. Personally, buying wise, if I'm a data guy and I'm like not really, like, ignorance is bliss, right? So if you're ignorant, you're buying there, you just don't really care. You're just buying because you're buying. But if I was a data guy and I'm only buying a new build in Santan because I want a new house, I'm gonna live in the East Valley, I would be concerned. I would probably buy something a little bit, probably not as new, probably not as nice, in like more established parts of Mesa, Gilbert, Chandler. Just because I like the markets are a little more solid there. Like I did Chandler, and you guys go watch that video, the April video for Chandler, and I was like, it's great. It's like doing amazing. It's strong, and there's still a lot of demand there. I would be more comfortable buying in those areas than this. Holy crap. Artificially propped up by new builds. What do you guys think? I always love doing these live because it's just like, holy crap. It makes me want to, like, if I have somebody just realize I got a haircut because my barber has a like broken knee or something, and so I went to Gray Clips for my haircut, and they decided to like do this trim thing here. Now I feel like I'm like a little boy with a lollipop or something. You know what I mean? Can you please come back, barber? Anyways, Michael Brand, can I do Levine? I will do Levine tomorrow morning. Levine is the next for sure. Santan, I'm sorry. I'm just here to read the news. So April's almost over, by the way. So I will do all these cities all over again in May. So that's going to be fun. I'm happy to see all the new growth and all the new people watching this channel. I love looking at data. And that's just, as a real estate agent, you know, I'm not here about the fluff and the what's up, guys, let's look at some houses. You know, I'm always like, hey, let's look at the numbers and make sure it looks right, you know. So if you're looking to work with someone like that, reach out to me, please. Unfortunately, because I'm not good at marketing, sometimes, you know, I'm not as busy as I can be. So please reach out. This is my marketing. Cool. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Levine tomorrow. So we'll stay tuned. 8 to 9, 10 a.m. We'll see. Take care, guys.